Welcome to my presentation for MDA513. I have chosen the topic in ethical issues concerning data analysis in finance area. Finance is a big area, and I choose two areas to discuss the ethical issues with. The first one is trading, which is about market manipulation, and the second one is fintech, which is about customer data and unfairness to vulnerable customers. They both have one thing in common, which is the uncontrollable and unexplainable AI can make consequences to either the market or the intention for people to make digital marketing to vulnerable customers to make profit. The first paper I chose is Ethical Issues for Autonomous Trading Agents. It explains the market arbitrage strategies used in trading agents nowadays, and it classifies the behavior result in the AI agent into 4 levels. The first one is passive arbitrage search, which is a traditional method search about arbitrage opportunity in a way that it is very legitimate to make arbitrage so that the market can be efficient. Second one is the AI can lead to market manipulation, which is about finding doing some trades to make the market have high volume of movement in one direction and make profits. The third one is artificial arbitrage, which is the AI agent to make artificial trade so that the arbitrage can be amplified. The fourth one is malicious action, which is similar to level 3, but it is more that the AI found extra opportunity which cannot be explained by human being, or it is something that is learned by the system. So it causes malicious action that can be unknown, the consequences can be unknown and can be disaster. The second paper I found is AI crime, an interdisciplinary analysis of foreseeable threats and solutions. It aims at making AI ethical issues defined as artificial AI intelligence crime, so the regulation can come into play and to make sure that things happen in a regulated way. The framework it advocates have 3 parts. The first one is tackling emergence, which is to make things prevent emergent criminal acts or omissions once deployed in the wild. The second one is addressing liability, which is to put people into accountability for any unknown and consequences the AI they deployed to the wild. The last one is monitoring, is to proactively monitor any criminal action done by the AI robots. And the third paper I chose is regulating AI in finance, putting human in the loop. Putting human in the loop in the system is useful for uncontrolled and unexplainable AI, because the challenges in the finance industry is people are unable to control AI fully, and people are sometimes unwilling to cut any profitable AI. And it is over the deterrence of innovation if putting regulation into the AI. And people in the financial industries have different attitudes towards using AI and its regulation. The paper suggests 3 governance tools, which is AI due diligence, means people have the accountability to make sure the consequence of AI, they have the ability to afford it. Secondly is AI explainability, which is the people deploy the AI should know what the AI is doing. Lastly is AI review committees, which is a group of people or experts which know AI very well and look after any uncontrollable AI and malicious AI. The last paper I choose is the implications of AI on digital marketing of financial services to vulnerable customers. Vulnerable customers are interpreted by the AI as opportunities for marketing of unfair deals, for example, payday loans. It advocates a framework which has human intervention from data collection, processing, to decision of funding and lending to the vulnerable customer. I have some conclusion after I have read through the research papers. There is always gray area between intention and accountability. Say AI unexplainable, whether it is an excuse or not, we don't know. Secondly is, how far should regulation go to address ethical issues? It's a question about compromise between innovation and fairness. And lastly, human intervention cannot be avoided, no matter we use regulation or we use framework to tackle the ethical issues. And also, I found something about the frameworks. The frameworks that are suggested by the Order 4 papers have a lot of involvement of human to tackle ethical issues. AI can be used, but it is just an aid to help monitoring, for example, when we want to resolve some AI-created issues. So in the long run, I think in the future, we still need to have a lot of human intervention and in tackling and controlling the AI. Here is the reference links for the reference paper I used.